Hey everyone, I'm Andrew, currently a computer science with artificial intelligence student studying in University of Nottingham, UK. And in this video, we'll be answering some questions sent in by my friends, family, and perhaps fans onto my Instagram, even though there's just 9 of them. But yeah, let's see what are those questions. Okay, first thing first, I would like to clarify that, I mean, it's quite cringy for me to just do this thing, you know? It's quite awkward where you just try to ask people for questions, even though you are not that popular, you know? But I mean, it's my intention of doing it as well, even though it's partially there's another motive behind it, because it's a homework from Part-Time YouTuber Academy, and then it's actually quite a good way to build your branding and then answer any question that your fans have. But of course, I'm not popular, but I think that it's a good reason to do this because why not? There is no limitation on when you should do a Q&A. You don't have to reach a certain amount of subscribers before you can actually do one. So let's just try it out, even though I just get 9 questions. So in this Q&A video, I'll be splitting it into 4 sections. First, personal, then finance, after that YouTube, and finally others. Yeah, that's just 9 videos, but then still, let's do it in section. Let's start with the first one, personal. Okay. So the first question which I get for personal is actually, what is your favorite YouTuber? Okay, so for my favorite YouTuber, I actually like Linus Tech Tips. I watch most of their videos and including all a few other channels that they've made, but mainly Tech Wiki as well. But I would say that, okay, they are my most favorite, but I am trying to force myself to switch to Ali Abdaal. The one thing I really realized is that watching most of Ali Abdaal video, you can learn at least a thing or two, and then it's very high quality produced video, so it's cool. I mean, I will automatically click into his vlogs and stuff, but other educational content, it's just because it's educational, so people don't really like to go for classes. So every time when I watch it, I'm glad that I watched it because I do learn something in the end. So that's a mindset shift that I try to build, and then I'll try to push myself to make Ali Abdaal video my favorite as well. Give me more reason to watch it. Second, do you prefer staying in Malaysia or UK? So yes, because currently I'm in the UK studying. The answer is just UK, no short or long answer. But I'll say if we talk about individual things, there are individual components like food, culture, which I will personally prefer Malaysia. But the reason why I prefer UK over Malaysia overall is because I think of it from another perspective where we are now global citizens. Except this period of time where there's COVID, where there's some exception, we can pretty much go anywhere, anytime, as long as we have the money. Yeah, we're global citizens now. We are not stuck in one country forever and then traveling to another place takes months or something. So we can go anywhere, anytime we want. Those minor stuff which I prefer in Malaysia can be solved with just money. And on the overall, coming to UK provides more opportunity. So opportunity creates income, money and all that. Therefore, with money and all that, I can pretty much go anywhere I want. If I miss Malaysia food, I can just fly back and have it. Or even if I'm even richer, I can start my own Malaysian restaurant here. That's why I prefer UK over Malaysia. What's your favorite book and why? Okay, so my favorite book is actually 5 AM Club, because 5 AM Club is the book. First, it's easy to read, that's why I easily read the whole thing. I mean, the first 2 chapters are a bit boring. I didn't know where it's going, but then after that, it's perfect. And then it led me into building my now 5 AM routine, which I realized that waking up at 5 AM gives me more time to do a lot more stuff. And by breakfast time, I've already accomplished a lot. Yeah, basically, it's a guide to let you know why waking up early helps your life a lot and then how to live a fulfilling life. I would generally recommend this book for everyone, not necessarily saying that you have to implement the 5 AM method, but just give it a read, because first thing, it's a very easy to read book. It's not like a guru teaching you something book, not like a textbook, instruction book. It's a fiction. It's more like a fiction where there's actually a guru teaching 2 other persons, so you're viewing from a third person point of view. And there's quite a lot of things to learn. It's not just about waking at 5 AM, but then things that you can implement throughout your whole day to help you create a better daily routine, daily life. But yeah, even until now, I haven't implemented all of them yet. But mainly the 5 AM thing, yes, I've implemented that. Now, the last personal question would be, when do you plan to return to Malaysia? So, okay, this will be a very short answer. No, currently I don't have any plans to return to Malaysia, at least for the next 2 years. Yeah, and then there's no other thing, no other reason why. One is that, I mean, I'll be graduating soon, so my parents and then my girlfriend will be coming here. And then second is that flying back to Malaysia is quite expensive since I'll be graduating and then you find a job and everything. So it's better to spend more time here. Now, let's go on to the finance section of the video. First thing first, what's your finance portfolio like? Okay, so I'm not sure about finance portfolio, but I believe it's like investment portfolio. And this very short answer as well. As of 29th of November 2021, my investment portfolio consists of stocks, which takes up 4.2% of my whole portfolio. Then 4.7% goes to robo-advisor. After that, it's 23.9% towards cash. And then I have 67.2% into cryptocurrency and NFT. The second and last question for finance would be, do you recommend people to invest in cryptocurrency? When we answer this question, there's no direct yes or no, but you have to check your own answer for these two questions. First, do you understand and believe in any single cryptocurrency? Second is that, can you accept the high volatility in the cryptocurrency market? Because cryptocurrency market can increase 100-200% per day, or even drop like 50 to 70% per day. Like, I mean, rising people is fine, but then dropping, can you accept like your asset, you suddenly lose half of its value? Basically, is your heart strong enough to accept the fact that it may suddenly lose a lot of value, something like that? So yeah, basically these two questions, you have to check it, see if you can answer both of it. Then you should probably invest a safe amount of money, when I mean safe amount of money, which is some money which you're okay with losing, into the cryptocurrency which you trust. Yeah, don't put into any that you don't know or something. But I mean that this might be a bit contradictory if I compare to my portfolio, which I just shared just now. I'll have to clarify that I didn't put that much amount of money into cryptocurrency. Why is it so high percentage? Because of the gains. Now let's go on to YouTube. So the first YouTube question is, how do you find the PTYA course? Okay, for this a bit of long answer, so I have to read it off here. So the thing is that I'm not sure if I actually joined it at the right time. I mean, like, because like there's cohort, they do like 3 cohorts per year, so I don't want to miss out this chance. I don't want to wait until like next year. That's why I joined it this time. But the one thing I can't manage on is like, because it's really a busy course. I mean, they say part-time YouTuber academy, but then it's really filled with information. That's a good thing, but then I can't really afford so much time into it. So I basically missed most of the live sessions. I can only watch recording. But it's quite nice. Like, if you have any Q&A, you can email them beforehand. You don't have to be in the sessions to ask questions. Other than that, I would say that it's a very good course. It teaches you everything from basics to like advanced. Therefore, if you have money and you are determined to work in YouTube for a long time, I would recommend you investing in the more expensive options, because those options allows you to join future courses as well. So those will be a lot worth it, because as you grow your YouTube channel, you can join it again and then go through the classes where they check out your videos, they give you guidance and all that. So I think that is the real helpful thing. Okay, next up for YouTube. So this one is, why did you decide to start YouTube again? Okay, this question mainly comes first. First thing first is that when I've decided that I will be continuing my studies in the UK, I know that I'll be selling my business, so I need to find another income stream. I stumbled upon a video by Ali talking about how to start a YouTube, I think something like that, and then he said that YouTube is quite a good source of income, and then you can create a ton of products to sell, whether courses or even like your podcast, your blogs, whatever. But the thing is, you need fame, you need people to know you, and the best place for people to know you is via YouTube, because people like watching videos. Like I do podcasts, but people don't just go and found out this podcast, but YouTube people do find out new videos, something like that. That's why I decided to follow Ali's rule of thumb of like 1 video per week, and then after doing this for 2 years, you should be able to get yourself monetized, and then like you can grow after that. So that's what I'm trying to follow. So that's the first thing. And then second thing is about value, because I mean the value thing is because when we try to earn money, when we try to generate income, basically we created the value that people want. That's why they're paying for it. The two easy way to create, one way to create value is to create a company, a startup, sell something, but it's not easy. You have to find the right thing at the right time to sell, and then it's usually, depending on the thing, it's usually not that cheap to start out. So yeah, I put that option aside. I mean, I've started a company before, so I know it's not that easy and it might take more effort. But for YouTube, it's basically quite easy to start out and quite cheap. I'll just need to learn how to grow it. So that's why I decided to start YouTube again and potentially become another income source for myself, where I can sell even more products, including my podcast, maybe blogs, maybe courses, who knows, merchandise. That is something I see in the long term. but now I'll just focus on working on my YouTube. Okay, so that wraps up for YouTube, and now we have one final question, a very special one. That's why I categorize this as others. It's basically, what do you think about you giving people a surprise versus people giving you a surprise? Which is a very interesting question. Yeah, I never expected someone to ask something like this. But yes, okay, when we talk about surprises, I would say that surprise is a very awkward thing. The moment when you give the surprise, the person that got surprised usually feels good. But it's usually because of the dopamine rush. Boom! That's why they feel good at that moment. But whatever happens after that, it depends. It depends on the person and depends on a multitude of factors. So we can't be sure that whether that person will actually enjoy the surprise and post-surprise things, which is something that I think about. That's why if we talk about giving other people surprise, I mean, I would still do surprise, but an educated surprise where I kind of sure that the person will genuinely enjoy this whole surprise thing. But for me, like example for me, I don't mind surprises, but I prefer it coming from my close friends. So if random people, I wouldn't really enjoy that surprise that much because I don't want to show too much of my personal side, and then like sometimes random people just comes up with very random surprises which I just don't enjoy at all. That's why. So yes, that's it for this very short 9-question Q&A video. For those who watched till the end, thanks a lot. Yeah, this video is not intended to give any information or something, just to complete my homework and then just to test out doing this thing, and then like, yeah, just trying to be slightly thick-faced and just go it and do it, because why not? Things are okay, there's no rules that I can't do Q&A. Let's just do it, let's just be thick-faced. It's totally fine. People that don't care just won't care. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. If you are interested in the latest vlog where I actually went into the city centre and then I checked out the Christmas market and Black Friday in Nottingham, do check out the video up there. Or if you're interested in a podcast, you can check out the Inkthoughts podcast, which is created by me and my girlfriend Verene, where we discuss about incongruous thoughts in our daily life. So yes, thanks everyone for watching and hope to see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.